Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Starting a new series here regarding the explanation of Sahih Bukhari. Basically, we have gathered the sayings of the scholars of Yemen from Ahl Sunnah, or that's our goal, to gather the sayings of the modern scholars of Yemen, of Ahl Sunnah, regarding the explanations of Sahih Bukhari, because Sahih Bukhari is a book that they all, if not all, most of them, give great care to in teaching and understanding, and really it's a huge benefit, inshallah, which we will like to bring forward for the Ummah. May Allah make us sincere. Ameen. The title is النجم اليماني في شرح على صحيح البخاري جمعها عارف أسواني, and we're going to mention the benefits that we've learned from some of the scholars. And the first, before we get into the book, it's very important that we go through the biography of Imam Bukhari, Tarjuma al-Imam Bukhari, because it is very important for the student of knowledge. And the first shaykh we're going to benefit from, inshallah, is Abu Abdullah, Shaykh Abu Abdullah Umar Badham Hafizahullah. So he said regarding Imam al-Bukhari, Imam Bukhari يعتبر من أعظم الأئمة. He said Imam Bukhari is considered from the greatest scholars. أثنى عليه أهل العلم, the people of knowledge praised him بثناء عظيمة, with great praisings. لما أعطى الله عز وجل بعلوم كثيرة, due to what Allah had given him from knowledge of many sciences. أخذ العلم على كبار المحدثين, he took knowledge from the major scholars of hadith. This, first of all, this me a bit adding, if you can take knowledge of the major scholars before anybody else, that should be the goal. But obviously, you can take knowledge of people that are same level as you or below you if they have something to offer. That is from them, from also what will make you a scholar as well. So you're basically covering all bases, but the priority is the major scholars first. وكانت رحلاته واسعة في طلب العلم, he travelled much and seek knowledge. So if there's not knowledge in your area and you can travel, or not knowledge that's sufficient, then and you can travel, then you should. نشأ في أعظم that's me adding again, sorry about that. نشأ في أعظم المدن ما وراء النهر في وسط آسيا. So basically now he's talking about the area that he was from, which is the middle of Asia. تشجع العلماء من قبل ولاتها, and basically the scholars were encouraged from the leaders at that time regarding teaching, and that shows the importance of the leader if he has religious inclining. May Allah make our leaders, the Muslim leaders, like that. Usra Salihah, his family was righteous. Mata Abuhu wa huwa sagir, his father died when he was young. فنشأ في هجر أمه, so he grew up in the care of his mother. وكان أبوه ترك مالا حلالا, and his father left halal money, أعانها على تربيته, which helped his mother on bringing him up. قال أبوه لا أعلم في مالي درهم حرام ولا شبهة, his father said that I did not know from my wealth haram money or even a doubt. That shows the importance of the fact that they can have of having good wealth. Allah can put barakah in it that can really benefit you and your children. وصغر الإمام ذهبت عيناه فألهم الله أمه أن ترجع إلى الله وتوسل بكرمه وجوده. At a young age, Imam Bukhari lost his sight, and Allah inspired his mother that she returns to Allah and she draws close to Him by generosity. فَرَدَ اللَّهُ بَصَرَهُ, so Allah returned his sight. وَلَكِنْ هَذَا بَعْدَ إِلْهَا وَتَكْرَارَ دُعَى. However, this will return after she pleaded with Allah and did continuous dua. So this shows to us that if we're in any difficulty, return to Allah, plead Allah, and keep doing the dua, and your dua will be responded in one of three ways. Either you'll get it restored up for you in Akhirah, or even a greater affliction will be removed. Regarding Abu Bukhari's seeking knowledge, طلب العلم كتب الحديث النبوي عن 1080 شيخا. He wrote hadith from 1080 sheikhs. So if you have the ability, not many people do, you can increase in your sheikhs of Ahl Sunnah, then do that. That'll give you a more rounded view of knowledge. Obviously we're talking about Ahl Sunnah, and also you'll see what Ahl Sunnah are consistent in. So be aware of differing in what they're consistent in, and obviously there's scope for difference of opinion in certain things, of course. قال البخاري صنفت الجامي. And now talking about Bukhari said, I authored his Sahih al-Bukhari, which is called Al-Jami al-Sahih, من 600,000 hadith في 16 سنة. He said, I authored the book from 600,000 hadith in 16 years, meaning that, not saying there's 600,000 hadith in Bukhari, meaning that he extracted the best of the hadith over 16 years. And when I say hadith, I don't mean this that number of different hadiths. Basically, it could be one hadith, but with a number of chains. So he chose the hadith and the best chains, etc. And Allah knows best. So, last paragraph before we finish the lesson, for this first lesson. وإنما بلغ 18 عاما صنف. So when Bukhari reached 18 years, that's when he started authoring. وتجاوز مؤلفاته 30 كتابا. And his books, the number of them are more than 30 books. Not all of them have been preserved. وكان متقنا في تصنيف. He was very precise in his authorship. فقد جاء عنه أنه قال صنفت جميع كتبي 3 مرات. It came from him that he authored all of his books 3 times. وكان يقول أرجو أن الله يبارك المسلمين في هذه المؤلفات. I need to say that I hope that Allah will bless the Muslims regarding these books that he's authored. And of course that is true. Of course, he's not only Sahih al-Bukhari, Adab al-Mufrad, and other than that. And the Shaykh mentioned a poem. صدق من قالوا لمسلم فضل قلت البخاري الله. It mentioned the poem here that those who say that the status of Sahih Muslim is better, we say no, Bukhari is higher. قالوا مكرر فيه. And one of the reasons why they say Muslim is better, because they say there's a lot of repeated hadith in Bukhari. قلت المكرر أحلى. And he says, we say that the repeated hadith are more sweeter. Meaning that Bukhari didn't just repeat just for the sake of repeating. He repeated for a reason, which will come clear as we go through the book, either different fiqh issues, etc. So we'll stop the lesson there, and we'll do the second lesson inshallah later. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.